Hi everyone, my name is Jennifer Hernandez, and I'm on faculty here at NAU in the Nutrition Department, and I want to talk to you about our Bachelor of Science in Nutrition and Foods, and specifically outlining some of the differences between our two tracks. So we have the NDTR track, which is the Nutrition and Dietetics Technician Registered. Now this one has courses in biology, chemistry, food preparation, nutrition science, food management, and nutritional interventions. And it's going to culminate in a 9-credit-hour supervised practice experience. When you complete this track, it will allow you to take the registration examination for Nutrition and Dietetics Technicians, or NDTR. You cannot apply to traditional dietetic internships. So I made another video explaining the different pathways to becoming a dietitian, and the dietetic internship is the most popular and common one right now, and I just want you to know that this degree does not allow you to apply to dietetic internships. However, you can still become a dietitian through a coordinated graduate or a future education model graduate program. Now, if you look at our nutrition and foods track, which is the non-NDTR track, it is going to have the same courses in biology, chemistry, food preparation, nutrition science, food management, and nutrition interventions. However, you are not going to have that 9-credit-hour supervised experiential learning. Instead, you're going to have 9 credit hours of electives. So you will take 3 additional courses to strengthen your nutrition undergraduate degree. You will not be able to sit for the registration examination for nutrition and dietetic technicians, and you still cannot apply to traditional dietetic internships. However, with this degree, you can still apply to coordinated master's and future education model graduate programs. So you still can become a dietitian with this track. So if you can become a dietitian either way, or maybe your plans are not to become a dietitian at all, why do the NDTR track? Well, first of all, it's going to provide you with real-world experience. NTS 408 is that 9-credit-hour course that gets you in the trenches working and seeing what life is like as a dietetics professional. Now, reasons why you would want to do this are because you might get hired at your site. You never know what's going to happen after you graduate, and maybe you end up not going directly into a graduate program to become a dietitian or a graduate program to become something else, maybe a physician's assistant. And working at a site as a student and doing a great job can potentially get you hired there if they have a job opening at the end of your experience. A great reason to do this is it helps you to identify areas of interest. You may love what you end up doing, or you may end up realizing that you thought that was what you wanted to do, but after doing it, it's not what you want to do after all. And these kinds of practice experiences help you to solidify and gain a better understanding of what life would be like as a dietetics or just a healthcare professional in general. And finally, it looks really good on your resume or grad school application. You have real-world experience to add to whatever else you did in college. Maybe you're not applying to become a dietitian. Maybe you want to become a physician's assistant, or maybe you're even just trying to get into the nursing program and decide to do the nutrition degree as opposed to any of your other options. Well, for instance, physician's assistant, we have a PA degree here at NAU, and the requirements for that are 9 credit hours of science, which you will more than get with our nutrition and foods degree, either track, and 500 contact hours of experience, paid or volunteer, in a healthcare area. So with this NTS 408, you will have 300 contact hours. That means that students who want to apply to PA school would only have to get 200 more contact hours of either paid or volunteer experience to be eligible to apply to the PA program. Now, passing that NDTR exam also looks really good for you. If you, like I said, don't go directly into a graduate program in your field of choice, it's going to give you a credential that may open up more jobs and give you more clout and possibly more pay in the workforce than somebody who just did the nutrition and foods track. Also, it can help set you apart from other coordinated program and future education model applicants. I hate to say this, but programs are evaluated on how many of their students pass the exam. So these coordinated program and future education model programs are evaluated on what percentage of students pass the RD exam after completion. If you can pass the NDTR exam, the likelihood that you can pass the RD exam is really high. And so some program directors are going to give extra consideration to students who have passed the NDTR exam because they're likely to pass the RD exam and become competent dietetics professionals. So now let's say you don't get into the NDTR track. Life is not over. As I previously mentioned, you can't take the registration exam for nutrition and dietetics technicians, but you can still apply to coordinated and future education model programs. So you can still go on to become a dietitian through those pathways, the same pathways as if you did the NDTR track. So let's look at when to apply to the NDTR track. I have two slides here. I have an earliest and a latest. And the earliest is going to be the semester in which you will have completed 60 credit hours. You will have a minimum of a 3.0 GPA in all coursework. You will have completed NTS 157, Careers in Nutrition and Foods, with a passing grade. It's a pass-fail class, so you have to pass it. And we don't want you pushing that off until your last year before you kind of learn about what your opportunities are in dietetics and nutrition. So we want that done before you apply to the NDTR track. You also have to have completed the following courses with a C or better. NTS 135, which is an Intro to Nutrition, Bio 202, which is Anatomy and Physiology, and Chem 230, which I believe is called Foundations of Organic Chemistry. We don't want you pushing off those science classes that are considered harder to the end of your degree program. We want you to take them earlier in your program and just kind of get them out of the way because they're fundamental in understanding really how the body works. And so you want to get those done as soon as you can and apply. And again, you can apply in the semester when you will have finished all of those things. So you can apply as early as the end of your sophomore year for your first semester of your junior year. We have two application deadlines, April 1st for fall and November 1st for spring admissions. Now, the latest you can apply to the NDTR track is the semester before you plan to enroll in NTS 408. So NTS 408 is that 9 credit hours supervised experiential learning course, and you really need a full semester to plan that. We have to figure out what your areas of interest are and help match you to an agency that's going to provide you with a valuable experience. Once we have identified that agency, you're going to have to write SMART goals on how you plan to achieve the competencies that are required for the class. So it's a time-consuming process that's going to take you about a whole semester to do. So if you are planning on taking NTS 408 in the spring of 2020, you should have already applied to the NDTR program. If you're looking at summer 2020 or fall 2020, the last possible time that you can apply is November 1st of 2019. If you're looking at spring 2021, then the last possible time that you can apply is April 1st, 2020, and so on. Now, you can apply twice to the NDTR program. So if you apply the first time and don't get in, you can apply one more time. Our program is accredited to take 35 students at each one of those 2 dates. And as our program continues to grow, it's going to become more and more competitive. So this is why we want to apply at the earliest time that you can, and then that's going to leave you an opportunity to apply a second time if needed. Let's say that you want to do your NTS 408 in summer of 2020. So you wait until that November 1st application deadline. If you do not get accepted at that point in time, you can reapply in April 1st of 2020, but you won't be able to take 408 until spring of 2021. So get your application in at the earliest that you can, and don't miss these deadlines for the latest, because it will push back when you can complete NTS 408. All right, we have a lot of fantastic faculty in this department, and any one of them that you're taking a class with and that you really like will be happy to answer any questions that you have about our program. I just listed some specific people on here because of their roles. So Dr. Sutliff is the Nutrition and Foods Program Area Lead at NAU. So he kind of runs the whole Nutrition and Foods program, and so he'll be a great one for any kind of questions. Professor Thames is the NDTR track director for our credentialing body. So if you have questions specific to the NDTR track, she would be a great one to address your questions to. And I am Jennifer Hernandez, and I am the Supervised Experiential Learning Coordinator. So I help to get you placed into your NTS 408 experience. So if you have questions about that, then feel free to address your questions to me. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.